So you might think, having listened to all this so far, you think, right, I'm going to find a job I love that's easy and well paid, and I don't have to work too hard, and I can have lots of spare time for my personal life and my family, and retire early. And that's a great plan, except it's impossible. And I've been thinking about career strategies and looking at my friends and stuff, and this is something that, you know, I wish I'd known about when I was 20-something, because I think there are 6 career strategies, and here they are. I don't know whether you can read that. I might have to put my glasses on for this bit, actually, and see if I can see it. So, the top 2, the red and the orange, are the self-employed strategies. I'll just get them out the way first, because you're all probably employed. You don't all work for the council, though, do you? I think some people are just in this room. But the self-employed ones, the red one is to sell off a company. I've got some friends who are doing that. They've built up a company. Their plan is to sell it off for millions. What do you think? Good plan? If you can do it. Now, I've got 2 arrows coming out. My little graph here, can you see I've got money and happiness, which I mentioned earlier? And I think it's not brilliant for happiness because it's very stressful and you have to work really hard. But in terms of money, it could go either way. You could make millions or you might not. So it's risky. That's the first option. The other one is what I've called lifestyle business. I suppose that's what I do. I'm just a self-employed person traveling around doing training courses. I can't sell my business because it's me. I can never escape from my hamster wheel of training. But I like it. It's great. And if I can just do it for 3 days a week, and spend the other days on a speedboat or something, that would be great. So that's actually quite a good compromise, I think, between money and happiness. And I'm never going to make as much money as the person who sells off their company, but, I'm happy in my world. So that's another option you've got. If you look at the 4 corporate ones, the first one, the black one, I've called that corporate slave plus pension/shares. That's a bit strongly worded. But the idea of that is to say, I'm going to go up the ladder. I'm going to do whatever it takes to be promoted and be senior and get to be, high up in Wilshire Council or wherever. And I think doing that, you could earn quite a lot of money, but you will have to pay a price. And I've tried going up the corporate ladder, and I think, does management make you happy? I mean, what do you think? Because I just felt I had to gradually sell my soul as I went up the management tree. And I just think some people find ways to do it, and I have got some friends who are doing it and enjoying it, but for me, it didn't really work for me. But it's an option you've got, and I'm not really judging any of these options. They've all got pros and cons, haven't they? So if you go up the corporate ladder, you might get quite a good pension when you retire, so that might be good. But you have to pay quite a price in terms of hours worked and stress. So I've put on my little diagram, I think it's probably quite good for money, but not very good for happiness. Right? The second one is the grey one. I put retire early. So you could plan everything around retiring early and just put maximum into your pension, find some job where you can retire early. Now, I personally don't like that as a plan because if you spend your whole life waiting till you retire, a friend of mine's a merchant banker and he's earning lots of money doing a horrendous job that he hates, but his plan is to retire early. But you're just wishing your life away, and he never sees his kids, never sees his wife. So retire early, I'm not sure if that's a great plan because I don't think it's brilliant for money, and I don't think it's brilliant for happiness either. But of course you get happiness when you do finally retire early, if you manage to retire early. So that's a possible career plan. There's 2 others, the purple and the green. And I think these are really interesting. So the purple one is to have an easy job so that you can have fun outside. Just have a job that's dead easy, no stress, no hassle, just always knock off on time and spend your time surfing or cycling or with your family, maximum family time. Maybe they're what life's all about. So that purple one, I think that's quite good for happiness. It's not brilliant for money, but, perhaps for happiness throughout your life, just have an easy job. Who says you've got to be successful and be promoted in an organisation? Why not just do something easy and have time with your family? Some of you might be doing that plan. I'm not knocking that plan at all. And the final one, the green one, which is quite hard to read, is to do a job that you really believe in. What words have I actually put? I'm going to have to just walk over here. Yes, a job you enjoy, but poorly paid. So this might be third sector, or it might be doing something for the council that you really believe in. And it may not be brilliantly paid, but it's a job that you get a lot of satisfaction from. And So I think that might be the best one for happiness, but it might be the worst one for pay. But you've got to spend 5 days a week doing your job. So, maybe it is a good idea to do a job that you really believe in. And that's the other option. So I think those are the only 6 career options that I think.